Hi, my name is Letosha Dawson, and I'm going to tell you my version of the Three Little Pigs. So once upon a time, there were three little pigs who were brothers. The pigs had gotten old enough, and it was time for them to move out on their own. So one day their mother came to them and she said, "Boys, I think it's time for you to venture out on your own and build yourself some homes." The brothers looked at each other and they said, "Well, Mom, we don't want to move out. We want to stay here with you." And she said, "No, boys, it's time for you to go." So the brothers came together and they looked at each other and they said, "Well, what are we going to do?" So one little brother said, "I think I want to build a house out of straw." The second little brother said, "I think I want to build a house out of sticks." And the third little brother said, "I want to build a big house out of bricks." So the boys went out and they found some land big enough to build these houses. So while the boys were out building their houses and getting the materials that they need, off in the forest was a wolf, the big bad wolf. And he's walking through the forest, and he hears some humming noises and hammering going on, and he goes, "What's going on over there? Let me go see what's happening." So he walks over and he peeps through the bushes and he sees the three little pigs building their houses. So he rubs his chin and he goes, "I sure would like to get my hands on those three little pigs." So he started scheming and trying to figure out what he was going to do. So the first little brother, who was building his house out of straw, his house was all done and ready to go. So the wolf goes up and he knocks on the door, knock, knock, knock. And the little pig says, "Who's that knocking at my door?" And the wolf goes, "The big bad wolf, you let me in." And he goes, "No thanks, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." So that big bad wolf, he puts his hands on his hips and he gets upset and he goes, "Well, if you don't let me in, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." So he did just that. He huffed and he puffed and poof, the house blew down. So the little brother ran next door to the other little brother's house, whose house was made out of sticks. And so the wolf knocks on that door and he knocks and he knocks, and the pigs are in there and they're holding each other and they're like, "We're so scared, what are we gonna do?" So the wolf knocks and he goes, "It's the big bad wolf, and you let me in right now." And the little pig goes, "No, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins." And he goes, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." And he did just that. He huffed and he puffed and he blew their house down. So the brothers, they ran next door to the last brother's house, whose house was made out of brick. So the wolf, he bangs and he tells them the same thing. "I'm the big bad wolf and I say, let me in right now." And the little pigs go, "No, never, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins." And that big bad wolf, he goes, "Well, if you don't let me in, then I'm gonna huff and I'm gonna puff and I'm gonna blow your house down." So he tried. That wolf, he huffed and he puffed and he blew, and nothing happened. And he looked confused and he said, "Well, let me try it again." So he did it again. He huffed and he puffed and he tried to blow it down again, and nothing happened. So he sat there and he got upset. So he knocked on the door again. "You little pigs," I said, "let me in." And they said, "No, never, ever, ever, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins." So the wolf, he was walking around that house and he's trying to figure out, how can I get in this house to get to these pigs? And he's walking and he's looking and he's trying to peek through the windows, and the pigs are closing the curtains so he can't see. And finally he looks up to the top of the house and he sees a chimney and he starts thinking. And so he's looking around and he's like, how can I get up to the roof of the chimney to get into this house? Well, the brothers had left a ladder over off to the side from when they were trying to build their homes. So he goes and he grabs that ladder and he takes it up and he's climbing and he's like, "I'm going to get them. They don't even see me coming. I'm going to get these brothers." So he climbs up, but little did he know, the brothers peeped out the window and they seen him climbing up the side of that roof. And so they had to think fast. They're looking at each other and they're panicking and they're like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? So the third brother said, let's start a fire. So they start a fire and they get it going, And then they take a big pot and they put it on top of that fire and the water starts boiling. The wolf has no idea what's going on. So as he gets to the top, he's thinking, I don't recall seeing the smoke coming out the chimney, but I'm going to get down there because I really want those pigs. So I'm going to get in there and I'm going to go down there and I'm going to get those brothers. So that good old wolf, he hops down that chimney chute and he hits the bottom of that water. He goes, oh, because his butt was on fire from that hot water. And he jumps through and his tail is on fire. And the brothers opened the front door and that wolf ran right on out that front door and they closed it and they locked it. And that wolf was so upset he just walked away. He didn't even think about turning back. And those brothers looked out the window and they started laughing. Ha, 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 ha. We got him. We don't think that wolf will ever be back. And that's the end.